The internet is definitely not perfect, and it probably never will be. But the internet is definitely so much better than it was 10 years ago. Nowadays, there are so many new parts of the internet that are so much better than anything that came before it. And also, I think a lot of the problems that used to be present on the internet 10 to 15 years ago, they don't really exist that much anymore. In my opinion, the biggest and best difference about social media now compared to 10 years ago is nowadays there's pretty much no cancel culture at all. 10 years ago at this time, basically the entire internet was cancel culture. And it was totally crazy what was going on. The way everyone was just shrieking at the top of their lungs 24/7 about stuff that didn't impact their lives at all. It was totally insane. But now, in 2026, most people are totally over cancel culture and want nothing to do with it. People are so sick and tired of getting worked up about stuff that doesn't matter, and they're sick and tired of dealing with people who are getting worked up about stuff all the time. Obviously, cancel culture still exists on the internet, but I'd argue that nowadays 99% of cancel culture is directly related to politics. Outside of anything related to politics, I think basically the only cancel culture left on the internet is from communities that any normal person can look at and think to themselves, yeah, I don't ever want to get involved in this community. Which leads me to my next point. On the internet nowadays, for better or for worse, there is something for everyone. Nowadays, if someone wants to start working out and going to the gym and eating healthy, they can go on the internet and there are endless resources for all of that. And not just endless resources, it's endless resources from extremely qualified people. Someone who wants to get better at playing basketball can go on the internet and learn from basketball trainers who train NBA players. When I was in high school, this was definitely not a part of the internet yet. This only became a part of the internet when I was in college. So for someone who's younger than me, they might not understand that this is a big change, but for someone like me who didn't have access to any of this when I was a teenager, it's definitely noticeable. And then there's the flip side to that. If people want to go on the internet and be toxic and be a hater, there are communities for that. If people want to just sit there and watch slop all day, every day, there's places they can go to do that. But for people who have goals and want to learn skills, the internet is totally the best place ever. People can learn from personal trainers how to build a healthy workout routine. People can learn from producers with platinum records how to make a beat, and a million other things. The internet gives ordinary people access to highly accomplished people, and we get to learn from all these accomplished people all of their habits that make them so successful. And the reason that everyone has access to highly accomplished people is because nowadays on the internet, so many people are making money. Accomplished and famous people get to share their talents with the world and get paid for it, and the average person gets to share their talents with the world and get paid for it. 10 to 15 years ago, it definitely was not possible for these people to make as much money as they do now. But now, anyone can go on the internet, and if they prove that they are doing something interesting, they can make money doing it. And that's another main part of what makes the internet better now. The internet nowadays makes ordinary life infinitely more exciting. People are cooking their own dinner in their kitchen and recording it and uploading it and changing their lives. What would normally be a basic routine task is now something that's totally exciting and fulfilling for them. Nowadays, people are rewarded for working hard and sharing their interests with the world. And the reason that's possible is the internet has removed all barriers to entry. In the year 2026, the playing field has never been more level than it has in all of history. It has never been easier for a talented person to be seen. And on top of that, all of the gatekeepers have been removed and they cannot do anything to stop a talented person. In the past, if someone had the next hit song sitting on their computer, they still needed to go to a radio station or a record label or to some sort of general gatekeeper and get their permission to share their song with the world. But now, People can just upload their song to YouTube or any other platform they want. And in the past, someone who was significantly further along in their career had a huge advantage over someone who's just getting started. But now that doesn't exist anymore. A famous music producer used to have a huge advantage because they had access to studios and a whole bunch of equipment that the ordinary person did not have. But nowadays, a teenager has access to all of the same software that all of the most famous producers use. And I would say that applies to anything in TV, movies, or media in general. If someone has good sports takes, they don't have to get hired by a radio station. They can just upload to YouTube or any other website. The internet has made the playing field a level playing field for everyone. In the year 2026, if someone has talent, works hard, and understands how to communicate their talent with the rest of the world on the internet, they can totally change their lives. In the past 10 years, think about how many people have changed their lives just from posting on the internet. And that's only going to continue. We're only going to see more and more and more people change their lives just from posting on the internet. And although, of course, there is still some bad stuff on the internet, I think it can be very easily avoided now. I think the number one thing that matters is that people have to choose the right internet communities. The easiest example is the communities that form around the type of channels like these ones. People who upload similar videos to the ones I do, but have a lot more subs, they have one of the best communities on the internet. It's all young people who genuinely want to work hard and achieve their goals and have no interest in consuming any of the modern slop. But of course, there's other communities, in particular some communities that revolve around video games, where everyone in the community is totally miserable, totally weird, and totally determined to make it everyone else's problem. But like I said earlier in the video, I think nowadays it's very obvious which communities are really bad. And because there's so many different communities and niches on the internet now, it's really easy for people in the good communities to avoid the people in the bad communities. 10 to 15 years ago, the internet was basically one giant community. There's definitely some stuff I miss from when the internet was one big community. Stuff like the Ice Bucket Challenge, the Harlem Shake, and the Mannequin Challenge. Trends like those were definitely some of the best parts of the internet 10 to 15 years ago. But I would say one of the big benefits of the internet splitting up into smaller communities is that there's way more good quality information on the internet now. A lot of the internet used to just be memes and people trolling. But now, because there's more small domains on the internet, people can find anything they want. Although there's definitely some problems with the internet, I think a lot of the stuff people worry about is totally overblown. The internet is definitely better now, and I think everyone should take advantage of it. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment. This has been Weedified. I will see you all in the next video.